We are live. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, this makes me so happy. So I got on and I saw Trish, your first comment at 3:26. It made me so happy. Uh, oh, love it. I love it. Leo, Brittany, Diana, I'm so happy to have you all here, ready, waiting, queued up, ready to go. So I'm so excited for tonight. I'm so excited for you to be here. I'm so excited to do this ritual with you, to do all of this. What I do want to do is I want to get you queued up to I want to make sure that you're set with what you need. So tonight, of course, we are doing how to start over in life, a soul's guide to rebirth and a phoenix reset ritual, sacred workshop for guided evolution. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So what I would like you to have are quite a number of items. Not really too many things, but I would like you to definitively have 2 sheets of paper. You might just want to grab a little bundle, have a little couple extra pieces if you want, but you definitely want 2 sheets of paper. You will also want, I'm just going to highlight for you that you'll want an anchor. Now, this is a physical object, so you might have to actually run to another room to grab it. So I'm bringing in my my rose quartz manifestation bracelet, which I'm also going to link for you here too, just in case you're curious. But you can grab a bracelet, earrings. I also recommend grabbing an additional thing like a hair tie or a rubber band, something that, if you couldn't wear your bracelet maybe to a yoga class where it's gonna, that's a hot yoga class, then maybe you wear this instead. So you have both things to anchor you, so you can have it on at all times. This could be an item of clothing or a necklace or a crystal that you keep on you through the first 7 days, but something that to anchor you as a reminder of your becoming. You will, of course, want something to write with. Something red is fantastic. Any color is absolutely wonderful. So just grab something to write with. You might want your journal nearby as well. You'll want a table or floor in front of you so that you have a little space to work in. So either a little table or the floor, if you just want to sit on the floor, whatever feels comfortable to you. A quiet, comfortable place to be where you can really tune in and be here. Your personal journal, your wonderful self. So while you are grabbing those things, I do just want to give so many shout outs to everyone who is hi dipping in here. Hi Jasmine, hi Colleen, hi Bobby. It's so wonderful to have you here, Kristen. Thank you for coming. Yes, yes, yes. Quinn, so great to have you from New Mexico, beautiful New Mexico. Yes, Andrea. Sadie from Minnesota. Hey, hi, hello. Oh my goodness, you are just filling my cup and filling my heart, and I'm so happy to have you here. I have so much packed in for tonight that I'm gonna get us going, and I'm gonna get us going with a story while you're grabbing these items. So the story, once upon a time, is of a butterfly. So it's really of a caterpillar. So there's a man who's gardening in his garden, and he's been noticing this little caterpillar who's like started to create this cocoon around it, and he's been watching this whole metamorphosis. And then he starts to notice that this little caterpillar has been struggling inside of this cocoon. He can see this struggle going on, and it just looks tortured. It looks hard. It looks difficult. And every day he's going out into his garden, and it's starting to drive him crazy. So he thinks, you know what? I need to help this caterpillar. So he goes inside and he grabs a little tiny pair of scissors, and he comes back out, and he goes ahead and he snips the cocoon, and out comes the caterpillar, who's half butterfly and half caterpillar. His little shriveled wings, and his body is super big, and he's only going to be able to walk. He's not going to be able to fly. And this is the sad story. But the sad story is really to say that I invite you in tonight to be grateful for the struggle that you've had. I invite you in tonight because you are here. If you are in the middle of a reset, if you are in the middle of a phoenix rising, then you are in the middle of something that has not been easy, that has been difficult, that has been full of struggle. But to be grateful for the fact that no one came along with little scissors to set you free without the growth that you needed to happen, that you've gone through what you needed to go through so that you could come out on the other side ready to fly, that you could come out on the other side expansive just as you are. And that is the energy that I want to go in tonight with. So continue writing in the comments. I would love to hear you all the way through. The only time we're not going to comment the comments is during the actual ritual. It's going to come at the end. You'll know when it's upon you. It will be after we do any writing. So once that is upon us, then I do want you to be in the middle of that. But let's get started. You're awesome. I love to have you. Now, if you are seeing this live with me right now, I'm thrilled that you're here. If you're tuning back in, if you're coming in a little after this has already gone live, this is just as potent, just as poignant. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's go ahead and continue on. So this is your divine reminder. This can be just another workshop, or this can be the exact cosmic threshold that you choose to cross. This is what you make of it. I am here as a facilitator. I am here to support you, to help guide you, because the energy pushed me to do this, and I am thrilled to be that person. But this is about you and your journey, what you want to bring to it. And that is completely what you decide. This could be the moment that everything changed. You have that option. But you also have an option that, I'm not feeling it. I just kind of want to listen and take in information. Or maybe you decide in this moment, I'm not committed to this. I don't really think I'm ready for this. I think I need to go handle some chores or do something else. And that's fine too. And you can come back as well. But if you are going to hang out with me for just a moment, I would love for us to take a sacred moment of silence. And this is a moment where I invite you to open up your heart and just see where you are. Just see what's going on. See how much you want to commit, how open you want to be, how present you want to be. Do you feel resistance? Are you feeling like, no, I'm not doing this? Or do you feel something that feels like, I'm ready. I really want to be here. I want to open my emotional self. I want to do this. I'm curious. I'm interested. I'm open. I want you to take a moment of silence to let yourself decide how committed you are to what we're doing right here, right now, because this is yours. It's not mine, it's yours. Take a moment. And if you feel like you found yourself present and showing up and ready, we're going to dive in. And I would love for you to just post a little. I'm seeing so many beautiful comments. I'd love for you to post, whether you're here live or you're coming back afterwards, I'd love for you to post something that feels like I'm ready, I'm open, I'm present, I'm here, I'm curious, I'm interested. It feels right. This feels like the time. Whatever it feels good to that you've already stepped into. Yeah. Yeah, sweet Trey. Sweet Ray. Maybe this was the message you were supposed to listen to today. I'm ready for a new adventure for you, Heather. Ready, 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 ready. Off we go. We all walk through cycles. We notice these cycles throughout our entire lives. There's never an ending point. It's part of being alive. It's a beautiful part of being alive. There are cycles of collapse and rise, and sometimes those cycles, they return us to the ashes. The alchemy of metamorphosis. So rebirth is not simply adding wings to an old structure. We're coming back to that butterfly thought. It requires a willingness to temporarily liquefy the life that you knew in order to let the new blueprints settle and assemble. So coming back to that butterfly, that metamorphosis, the caterpillar does not grow wings. It completely dissolves into a liquid soup, and from this soup, dormant imaginal cells assemble the butterfly blueprint. This is not easy. It's difficult. It's a struggle. It's a blueprint in nature that was already set forth for this butterfly to go through this transformation that we witness all the time. And as you see butterflies in your life, I hope that you remember your connection to that butterfly. And maybe this is a moment to go out and seek them. I do want to get into other pieces of nature as well. So we see this in nature all over the place. The giant sequoia, the lodgepole pine, those pine cones, they are sealed tightly. They can only be opened to release their seed after feeling intense fire, as well as the coast redwoods. Following devastating fires, these ancient dormant buds, they're deep beneath the charred bark. They trigger epicormic shoots of lush green. Now, this is a little bit different, my next one from nature, but I did want to include it because I really love this transformation. This was the resurrection plant. Maybe you've heard of it, the Rose of Jericho. The Rose of Jericho can survive decades dried up, rolling around as brown, dead ball. The instant it touches water, it starts to unfurl into these green leaves. So which I think is so beautiful because sometimes, the fire and the liquefaction, and it's very dramatic. It's a very like emotionally intense space, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're coming to this space where you're ready for this rebirth after being numb, after not feeling anything, after needing distractions to distract you from life, after being in a place that has, and maybe it's a combination of both, some like emotionally dramatic and fire and liquefaction, and some of it just being the absence of the numbing, the distractions, the pulling away, the not really feeling fully alive anymore. Life doesn't always require continuous momentum. Sometimes what it requires is drying up, waiting, and instantly unfurling into brilliant green the second alignment, the second that water for that Jericho plant is found. So this is your divine reminder that you are exactly where you are meant to be. And I love this. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. What it feels like is over. Everything is at the end. It's over. It's done. That's it. It's all fading out, is actually just the beginning of the best transformation of its life. So your next evolution, it is not an unknown code. It is a dormant blueprint already woven deep into your cells, waiting for that alignment. You already know what's in there. You can feel it. You have a deep inner wisdom, a deep inner intuition. You know what lies for you. You know that there's hope. You know that there's something important, that there's a burst of fire that you're ready to come out of. There's something beautiful to that. So signs that you might be on the edge of rebirth. Now, I included two very dramatic cards. And I would love for you at this moment just to, like, if anything is hitting you, just to pop something, a little comment in the comments. And this could be ready for rebirth, ready for liquefaction, ready to butterfly. This could be Rose of Jericho all the way, trying to get that water, get that alignment. I'm feeling the Tower card, 10 of Swords. I put the Tower card, I put the 10 of Swords in here as signs that you might be ready for this rebirth, because they do symbolize huge, big things. And those two specific things, these pieces in life that we go through, that could be, they could look like, they could, the Tower energy gets into that destroyer energy. That could be, divorce. That could be getting out of a relationship with the love of your life. That could be losing a job. That could be, at the end of losing something that was really important to you, the end of a dream that you had for yourself, the end of a vision of a life that you had for yourself that is going to require a new identity or a new version of you to fulfill your greatest desires. That can look like the 10 of Swords, this devastating end, this before a beginning, before that transition takes place, a feeling like you don't have anything left, like it's over, like all the breath has been taken out of you. There are a lot of different things that can bring you to this place. And of course, if anything gets into a really deep headspace that you need help with, I highly recommend, seeking, professional help as needed. But these things can feel so heavy and so lonely and but they're part of this common human experience that we're all going through. And this is usually a place where, I call the Ten of Swords often, a Dark Night of the Soul card. It is this feeling of like, oh, it is bottom of the barrel. It's the bottom of the cave. You've reached the end. It feels like you got all the way down to the bottom. And that is what was needed in order for you to move forward. And same with the Tower, that feeling of, which I often call our Phoenix card, just because it does have that feeling of like, oh, destruction. Things are coming down. Things are falling. Things are out of control. But inside of that is where there is this brand new blossoming opening for something new, something fresh, something hopeful, something full of potential, something exciting, but something that takes a lot of bravery that we wouldn't necessarily have the bravery to handle, like that little bird being pushed right from the nest. We wouldn't necessarily have that bravery to fly if we weren't pushed. The magic of starting over. Oh, yes, healing and release. Everything has been burned down. I'm ready to rise as my new Phoenix form. Yes. Oh, and I love that for Phoenix. Oh, that's so good. Well done. The sovereign clean canvas. So we're moving into a space that is fully open, fully expansive. But this can also be a very terrifying place. And I want to acknowledge now how scary what I'm talking about can be. I'm going to use a lot of positive words around this, but it can be a very scary place. We are going to get to that in just a little bit, but I just want to acknowledge it now. So the single most liberating aspect of starting over is that you're no longer obligated to be who you were yesterday. That person doesn't exist anymore. You can be anyone you choose. Rebirth is not a passive phase. This is an active state of spiritual alchemy. Now, I did add a 0 to our clean canvas here in this second slide, and I added the 0 because the 0 it symbolizes infinite potential, unlimited potential. It is open. It is expansive, and that is both full of adventure. It's both exciting, it's playful, it's fun. It is this playground of total creative freedom, but it also holds that other, oh, the unknown. Oh, there's something else. Oh, I have to trust myself enough to fulfill on my potential. I have to actually do the things and hope that I can do that for myself, that I can show up as this new version of me. This is your window to redefine your energetic alignment. Your past was a teacher. You're not the same person you were before. Your present is a playground of total creative freedom. So now we move into step 1. Now, this is not the ritual yet, but this is going to be something we use in our ritual, so it is important. And this is drafting out that ideal blueprint. I'm not giving us a ton of time to actually sit into this and do this, because I don't think you need a ton of time. I think that blueprint is already drafted in your cells. I think that it's been swirling around your brain. It's been living dormant in your heart. It has been the Rose of Jericho. It has been waiting for that water to open up and to unfurl. So I don't think that we need to go find it. I don't think we have to go out on a grand adventure or big safari to find it. Sometimes that quest is required, but not right here, right now. Right here, right now, we're going to go to the blueprint that's already been growing inside of you, that's been ready to unfurl. So what I would like is, without any fear, I want you to grab that first sheet of paper. On that sheet of paper, I want you to fold it over one time. Then on the first half, so just until the fold, that's where you're going to write this one. So I want you to write the number 1 on that first half. And under that, then I want you to write expansively and without any fear, full of that infinite potential. I want you to write down what you want to call in as this new version of you. So I'm going to let you decide this for yourself. Who are you deciding to be right now? But what I would like is I would like you to write strictly in the present tense as much as possible. I am, I create, I possess. This can be attributes. This can also be items. This can be, you can get as like specific, or you can, but I do want you to inject as much raw emotion as possible. Things that really hit your heart space, things that make you get the shivers, things that make you feel a little unbalanced in the moment. I want you to describe your ultimate dream life, and I want you to do this as your most authentic, peaceful self. This is a dream without editing, without apologizing, without watering down your path. There's no dilution here. This is just you putting it there, and that takes bravery. So I already applaud the bravery that you're going to be putting onto this paper. And when you're ready, I'm going to set a little timer, and I want you to write quickly because I'm going to give you 2 minutes. So you have 2 minutes, and my clock is starting, and I'll be nice and silent so that you can like get into your brain, get into your energetic space. We're starting, and you're writing right now. You have 25 seconds. There it is. Okay, so come back to me. If you need to write an extra word or two, go ahead and tie up any extra words that you need to write. Now, I would love for you to take one word from what you just wrote and just pop it into the comments. Now, I understand this. If you don't feel like being vulnerable with other people, just being vulnerable with yourself, that is absolutely fine. So it could be a word that has no, emotional connotation to it if you'd like. Just pop one of those words, or maybe a couple of words if you feel something in there, but just pop that right into the comments. Now, on the second part of that paper. So the second half, we're going to write 5 years. So I want you to write 5 years, ... So now we're taking a look at your aligned future timeline. So this is all, we see the vision, we see the blueprint, and now we're moving ahead. And this is you, where you have come here right now, and you have taken it in, and something actually really clicked for you tonight. Something actually really hit. And you left here in that aligned space. You left here moving in the world in the way that you just wrote about. You are no longer living in a past version of yourself. There is a new timeline and a new version of you that you have written and that you are moving through. And as that version of you in the next 5 years, that you spend the next 5 years living as that version of you, as that blueprint, I want you to project your awareness full 5 years ahead. So we're going to, you never looked back. So I want you to take a look at where your physical home is. What is the view like in your physical home? Um, any general energetic frequency of your work? What is the creative work that you're doing? I want you to take a look at who's supporting your authentic self, who is there with you around your table, who are you sharing meals with. I want you to capture anything that feels vivid, anything that feels symbolic, any colors that are coming up, any emotional textures, but everything that feels the most poignant. Again, you have 2 minutes. It's not a long time, but we're just like, I want you to write fast, and I want you to write just straight from your energy. So you're going to have 2 minutes. And I'm loving the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here and participating. And thank you from yourself for doing that. That's, yes. All right, we're going for 2 minutes and we're starting right now, 5 years ahead. You have 30 seconds. Okay, there we are. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm reading through comments and just touches my heart. I would love for you to take one thing from this section. It could be one word or one little snippet and pop that in the comments if you feel comfortable enough to do that as well. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, so good. Living my best life in tune with myself, tranquility, my soulmate. Yes, I want to be able to learn more about my magical gifts and share them. So beautiful. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, on we go. So, before we leave this piece of paper, we do have a couple of little items that we want to get to very quickly. So the first thing is we want to define your tiny pivot. Now, this is about taking action. A vision without execution, that's just a fantasy. So what I want you to do is on the back of this piece of paper, on one of these quadrants, I want you to write down what is one concrete physical action that you will complete within the next 24 hours to signal that to the universe that you are serious. So this is one thing you will complete in the next 24 hours, one piece of concrete action. It can be a little teeny tiny thing, but I want you to write it down. I will in the next 24 hours, da 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 da. It's just one sentence, one thing. So that is the first thing I want you to do. And go ahead and write it down right now. You can add a day, you can add a time. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. The next thing that I want you to write down on this same piece of paper is I want you to write down what you're going to do to protect your boundary. So this is identifying that single immediate boundary that you must establish today to prevent old habits from draining and draining voices from dragging you back into an old timeline. So this could be, and I really do want this to be something you feel you can commit to, because I feel like this gets a little scary looking at these, like setting a boundary that feels very difficult. There's probably something that pops up that scares you so much because you don't know if you're capable of it. Something maybe on the in between. So if you know that you can't commit to non-contact with a certain person, maybe there's something else that you can commit to, or maybe there's, like a happy medium somewhere, something you can definitely commit to, but it won't be easy. So it is something that's got some challenge to it that sets that boundary, but it's something that you can do. You feel confident that you can do it. Oh, yeah, I know it is a tough one, Kelly. Okay, write that down. Block people that no longer serve me. Yeah. Yeah, I would love for you to write down one word from each of those into the chat. And again, it can be as vulnerable as you feel comfortable with, or it can be a sentence as well. Yes, yes, yes. Now, before we move this piece of paper, we can just pop it off to the side once you're done writing. Now I do want you to grab that anchor. So this is the thing that you have brought in that is going to be the item that reminds you of your becoming. So this, again, it could be a crystal, it could be a ring, it could be anything that could be a distinct daily reminder. If it's a crystal, it's something you'd want to keep on you all the time. If it's, but something that's in your world, on your person, preferably all the time for the next 7 days. So I recommend, I'm bringing in my rose quartz manifestation bracelet, which I'm also like pinning here. If you don't have one for yourself, I'm using this as my anchor, but I grabbed a hair tie, which is just like an elastic hair tie that can easily be worn on the wrist. And which is great if, like, a hot yoga class or go to a workout or something, then you have something at all times that can be on your person. So sometimes the hair tie will not be convenient to be wearing or not be something you want other people to see. And sometimes you can, but you'll always have one or the other on you at all times. So I recommend doing something like that. Could be a rubber band. It could be something super simple. If you have to, you can just look, oh, what do you have right near you? Oh, I have, I have this, and you can grab that, and that can be your item, that can be your anchor for the next 7 days. And like, oh, you have this tarot card, and now you take this tarot card with you everywhere you go. You pop it into your purse, you pop it into your wallet, you pop it into and you just take it with you. So that item is the first item that I want you to go ahead and place down on the floor or on the table right in front of you. So there's a space right in front of you. Wherever that space is, hopefully you have a place to sit where there's either a floor or there's a table in front of you. And I want you to pop your anchor item down in front of you. Oh, I put them both on. I want you to pop those or that right in front of you. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Then I want you to go ahead and pop your page that you've already written all over, and I want you to pop it on top of your anchor. So now that's on top of your anchor on the table or on the floor that's right in front of you. And now we're about to get into releasing and what we're going to release, and then we're about to get into the ritual. So we have one more set of things we're going to write down. The art of letting go. This is one of my favorite things because it is, well, it's difficult, but it's also so necessary. And it's such a pivotal part of manifestation, of bringing in what you want in your life. It is releasing. Transitions, they require a lot of courage because they necessitate loss to create space for that new version of you. Like we talked about potential, that infinite possibility. It's beautiful, wonderful, exciting, but it's also can be very scary. You must release what is taking up space. So then we have this feeling of this could go either way, where it feels like, oh, this is really this feels like, oh, I have to like I don't have the things that I used to have. I don't have my old security blanket. I don't have the things that made me feel comfortable. It feels like anything could happen, good or bad. It feels like I have to now trust myself to become this version of me. I have to trust the universe to provide what I need. There are all these things that have to come into play. Things are moving at all times. But this is the potential to be absolutely playful, joyful, adventurous, fun. It could be an experience that's actually just expansive, where fear doesn't live there. And and I really do encourage you to find a space in your mind, and this could be a little mental space. You know, I often say I have this like mental garden space that is free of fear. It's a space where fear doesn't exist. And it's a good reset place to get to when fear does take over, or where you are starting to live from a place of panic and worry. And you have to get into a space where you're once again playful with the universe and you're flirtatious with life. And things just feel good and adventurous and interesting. Shedding that armor. So many of the things we carry, they were built to protect a version of you that no longer exists. And maybe you haven't evaluated in a long time what those things are, or what things you don't actually need anymore. That you're a new version of you, you're a version who's evolved beyond some of those mechanisms that were meant to support you and you probably did need for a long time. Making sacred space. So if your cup is filled with old resentments, outdated labels, things that don't feel fair, things that feel like they come up and they ruin your peace of mind, there is no physical room for new magic to land for you. And I included a little picture of a bowl filled with marbles, but they're all white marbles. And there's so many pictures of like beautiful colors and oh, it's exquisite. You could have any, like maybe you want a bowl filled with pink marbles. Maybe you want a bowl filled with multicolored. Maybe you want a bowl filled with a picture that has a giant, but you don't have space for any of that. You don't have any room for anything to come in if your bowl is already filled. There's something that has to be released here. So here we go. So this is the last writing that we're going to do before we step into this ritual. So we are now going to step into that great release. So we're taking our second sheet of paper, and for this sheet of paper, we're going to rip it. So I want you to rip it into strips. So the reason we're doing this is that I want each item that we're writing down to have its own strip of paper. So maybe you have one thing you're releasing and you're really just focusing on that one thing. You just need one strip of paper. If you have 10 things, then you're going to need 10 strips of paper. So I want you to rip these off as I am telling you what we're going to be writing down. So with complete courage, I want you to write down the heavy elements that you are choosing to leave behind today. So this is the outdated, self-limiting beliefs, the things that whisper that you're stuck, anything that you find popping up in your mind over and over again that doesn't serve you anymore. That's not the mindset. That's not the mental space you want to be in. Toxic patterns, heavy guilt, unresolved past grudges, the heavy expectations that other people have put on you. Maybe you've been carrying those around out of habit your whole life. Maybe they're things that your parents gave you, things that have been society gave you that you don't want to hold. That's not something you ever chose for yourself. That's not something that you ever decided on, that you're now ready to release. So remember, no one is ever going to read these words. So I want you to write with absolute raw truth. I want you to write absolutely just exactly what you're letting go. No one is going to read these, and we're going to, they will be destroyed. So you don't even need to worry about that. That's something no one's going to see. Something you can absolutely write the realest reel of what you're letting go. Go ahead and start. Now we are going to write very quickly because once again, I'm only giving us 2 minutes. So this is the last thing we're doing before we start our ritual. So you have 2 minutes and you are off right now. You have 30 seconds. There she is. Can I just say that I love the anchors you are choosing so much? My elephant necklace, pray and do not text until they text me, the witch knot ring, rose quartz necklace, green bracelet anklet. Yes, yes, yes. I love these. Ring. Yeah, my watch, my mother's ring, beautiful. Copper bracelet, so wonderful. Ring with your initials. Yes, you are truly loved. Mm, so happy to have you. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so we're going to keep all those pieces of paper off to the side and we're ready to step in. Okay, we are ready for a little Phoenix reset ritual. So, this is the stages that we're going to be going through, but I'm going to walk you through. So what I would love for you to do is I would love for you to have your strips of paper on each side of you. I would love for you to have that piece of paper where you've written all those yummy goodies, the yummy happy things that we are embracing, taking, keeping. I want that right in front of you on top of your anchor. All of those beautiful, the elephant necklace, the healing crystal bracelet, the rose stone, the citrine necklace, tiger's eye bracelet, all these things that I'm seeing. I love them. Those anchors, they're in front of you. And then on top of that is that piece of paper. And we're ready to get started. So the first thing that I want you to do is just to settle. Settle yourself down. Let those shoulders drop away from your ears. Step into your space and step into who you are. You are powerful. You are bold. You are here right now. You're stepping up for yourself. You are supporting yourself. You are choosing you right now in this moment. Imagine that butterfly again, that moment that you're in this space where things are liquefied. Things have not been easy. Things have been a struggle. Things have been difficult, and you have made it through that. Sit into that knowing, that inner space. And I want you to imagine the energy around you starting to shift and change. Now, I want you to feel like you're entering sort of an energetic portal. Now, to me, that feels and looks like a sandstorm around you. Maybe that feels like a color swirling around you. Maybe that feels like you're in a like underwater tunnel. Maybe it feels like you're in a cloud. Maybe it feels like, but there's a space in your immediate vicinity that feels like a circle, that is things are at peace, and there is something that is really coning you off, that is really protecting your energy, and it feels like it's funneling energy to you. So I want you to sit into that space. Imagine that energetic space creating around you. There's momentum building up around you. There is this feeling of power around you, around this time, around this transition, around what you have been through. The power of the pain, the power of the numbing, the power of what has been is now acting as a power generator around you. And in front of you, I want you to start to begin to see this fire starting. So just like a little bonfire right on top of where your paper is, I want you to start to imagine. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever works for you. I just want you to imagine that bursting into flame, that there are healthy, happy, wonderful golden flames in front of you that feel good. They don't feel scary. They do feel powerful, and it does feel, but it feels like it's in control. It feels good. It feels happy. There's your fire, and you're surrounded by this vortex of energy. And I want you to really sit into that. Just sit into it. The first thing I want you to do out loud is to thank yourself for being right here in the middle of this, for going through what you have gone through to be here, for the pain that is in your rearview mirror, for the things that you have walked through thus far. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye. We're going to release the things that we need to release. So seeing this fire in front of you, knowing its power, I want you to go to each strip of paper and I want you to pick it up. I want you to read what is on the paper out loud. And then I want you to say, thank you for teaching me, but I no longer need you. I am releasing you. You can either ball it up or you can rip it up. We don't need to rip it up into a million pieces. A couple of times will do. And then I want you to throw it into the fire. Into the fire it goes. And you see it burn and you see the ashes go up. And it feels powerful. The more you do it, the more you release, the more powerful it feels. And I want you to begin. And I'm going to try not to say things out loud so that you can say what you need to say out loud now. Sitting into your vortex. Every time you rip something, it gives you more power. It makes you feel stronger, wiser, more capable, more yourself. Feed it to the fire. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to release. And now that it's gone, now that it's in the fire, in the flames, I want you to see its energy dissipating. That energy that used to take up space in your life, that energy that used to take up space in your body, see it moving off of you. Ashes, smoke, all disintegrating, all leaving you, all going into the vortex that is around you. It's no longer in your field at all. It is completely absorbed and gone. And it feels exciting. And now I want you to take that paper out from inside of the flames. I want you to see it as if it is a present for you, coming out of the flames itself. That piece of paper underneath of the ashes of what has been, out comes this present for you. And I want you to take it and open it. And I want you to read it once again. I want you to read it out loud. I want you to say it out loud, each thing. I want you to read it out loud. And when you're done, I want you to keep it on your body somewhere. So you can pop it under your body if you want to. But I want you to read it all out loud. Every single piece, from the immediate blueprint, the 5 years, to your time frame for your tiny pivot, to your boundary. Read it all out loud. Mm. Sit into the energy of the words you are reading or the words you have read. They are yours. When you have read everything out loud, I want you to place it close to your heart or on your body somewhere and feel that energetic connection that you have to those words. Feel those words as if they are sinking into your actual skin. They are just beyond boundaries. They just sink right into you. You feel it like nourishing you, just like water to a garden. You feel yourself like the rose of Jericho, that you are coming to life. Something is unfurling inside of you. Something is coming back to life. Tuck this somewhere on your person. Eventually, after this, I want you to put this somewhere sacred. But for now, you can tuck this under your body, but so it's touching you. And then I want you to look into those flames that are still in front of you. The vortex is still moving. The vortex of energy that is around you is pushing the energy of the words you just read deeper and deeper inside of yourselves. That everything is just saturating you. You are becoming more and more in line, in tune, enmeshed with those words that you just read out loud. And in front of you, I want you to see in the vortex of that fire, that 5-year version of you. In 5 years, where you'll be, if you leave and you walk in this path and you make these choices for yourself and you decide that you are going to be the brilliant human that you were meant to be, that you are in alignment, that this is your nourishment, that this is your time, then I want you to see that vision of who you become in the next 5 years looking back at you. Inside of these flames, I want you to see it. I want you to see it like it's a little TV episode of yourself 5 years from now. And it becomes vibrant. It becomes more and more vibrant and more alive. You see yourself with more and more detail. You see what's around you with more and more detail. You see the people that you're with. You see the emotions and the feelings that you feel. You see and feel the smile on your face. You feel the inner drive. You feel your inner passion. You feel your inner fire. You feel your inner light. You can see it all so clearly. And then I want your future self to be the one who takes your anchor and hands it to you. So you are reaching into the flames where this is crystallized and come to be and is now empowered with that future you taking your anchor out. Taking your anchor from your future self, I would say thank your future self. And then you can place this on your body if it is a ring or a necklace or your glasses, which I love. Whatever that is, I want you to place it on your body. But again, I want you to keep it connected to your body. So even if it's not an item that you wear all the time, connect it to your body now. And once again, you feel that vortex around you pushing this energy deeper and deeper inside of your cells. Say thank you to your future self for showing up, for taking those necessary actions that were needed to become that version of you. Say thank you to your past self for making it through, for walking through, for doing difficult things, for facing pain, for facing the fire, for facing what you needed to face to be who you are today. And now, with the tears of your past pain, like rain sprinkling down, you can see this fire going out. The vortex begins to release around you. If they're colors, they're fading. If it's sand, it's fading and dropping down. If it's water, it's clearing. If it's clouds, they're clearing. You're clearing out the space, and you're back in your space, and you're starting to notice your space again. Take in your environment, feel your body, feel your energy. Take a breath as you, and take a breath as new you, that you are coming to life as a new version of you. Like you are breathing for the first time. One more breath. Ah, and so it is. It begins. The ashes have settled. It is time to unfold your regal wings and fly. Land in yourself. Write me something in the comments immediately. Whatever just comes into your body, into your mind, into your energy, into your spirit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your future self is awesome. Your future self is awesome. Mm. Yes, this is recorded, Colleen. Yeah, listen to it. Yeah. And do it. And if you need to come back in and do it again, you can do it again. But I do want you to take that action. Any of the action that you wrote down that you're going to do in those 24 hours, do it. How seriously do you want to take yourself? How seriously do you want to take your life? How seriously do you want to take your energetic being, your own alignment? You're worth it. You are worth it. You are precious. And now is the moment. This is the time. If you needed a sign, here's your sign. Oh, yes, renewed, lighter. It is your turn now. Yes. Thanked and released my inner child. So beautiful. No, they were never hers to pick up. Yeah. And thanking your future self for putting in the work to get us here. So beautiful. So good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've loved having you. And I just want to send you energy for this evolution that you're on. What a beautiful transformation. What an incredible place you're in. Every time you see anything having to do with butterflies, I hope you think of yourself and you think of this transformation you've gone through. I hope every day feels stronger, like you are more and more yourself. You have less armor and you're able to be in the energy that you desire, that you choose. And I do recommend moving forward when it gets to those scary moments, sometimes having a word or a little sentence or a phrase that feels very true to you. It doesn't feel like something you're putting on or like it's not like you're trying to, swindle yourself into thinking that that you feel safe. But whatever that thing is that feels true to you, having a little something can help you get through those scary times to open up into that expansiveness. And that could be something like, I am safe. I am loved. I am love. I am free. I am powerful. I am creative. I am capable. I am clear. I am fast. It could be anything. You could think you could say I am scrappy. I can hustle. I can do what I need to do. I can get it done. I can figure it out. I can find the clarity. I am passionate. I am purposeful. I am driven. I am moving. I am in momentum. Whatever feels good to you. But if anything, comes up that roars its, scary face at you, then you have something. You have something ready to go where I am love. I am free. I am aligned. I am clear. I am here. Uh, yeah, you are enough. Waterfall of love and gratitude. Gorgeous. Thank you. I adore you. Thank you. Thank you. Ready to fly. I'm ready to spot you flying and just be like, oh, yep, yep. I see you. I see you going. Yes. I see Barbara. I see Barbara. Yeah. Oh, I'm so grateful. Okay. I'm going to see you all so very, very soon. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for your energy and your presentness, that you're so present and so here. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so happy that you decided to show up tonight during the live portion. Or if you're watching this recording, I'm so happy to have you here. It means the world to me. And I can't wait to hear from you. I would love to hear from you in 7 days. And that, hey, I'm walking this path. I did the item. I set my boundaries. I actually followed through on it. And remember, if you don't follow through on that boundary, if you slip up, it's okay. That doesn't make this null and void. That doesn't mean, oh, that thing of like, oh, I spilled a little milk. I'm just going to spill the whole gallon. Like, it's okay. So you let something cross your boundary, and maybe you're going to reset it, or maybe you're going to choose a new boundary. Whatever thing you need to do in order to make sure that it can happen, or that you can keep up with it. And you're just remembering, how seriously do I take myself? How seriously do I take this? I take this pretty seriously. And I do take this pretty seriously. I take you pretty seriously. I take myself pretty seriously, and playfully, and with a lot of fun as well, and joy. Um, I adore you. I can't wait to see you so soon. I'm sending you off with all the flight, with all the love, with all the light and all the sunshine. I'm going to see you so soon. Have a good night.